It began with an idea to build a deck like no other, a deck that focused not on the most optimal cards, a deck built
on the previous round. Really?
To tilt, something meant to confuse and perplex, a deck that would no doubt keep your opponent guessing. We started with a handicap. One color is just plain boring. Two colors, not nearly enough excitement. No, our foundation is three colors, a risky decision, and let's review why that is. In TEPPEN, single color decks have a maximum MP of 10. Dual color decks are restricted to just 5 maximum MP. Not great, but manageable. Tricolor decks are much, much worse. 3 maximum MP. Oh my god, that throws a large percentage of cards out the window. So what can we even do under these restrictions? That's why I went to the lab, trying out several builds for hours. And none of them worked. I'm not the best deck builder, but my good friend Dark Void is, and he managed to craft a tricolor deck that actually works, and the results can be explosive. You may have seen it taking some streamers by surprise.
Damn it, I'm pissed.
Holy moly.
Dark Void gave me his blessing to break down this majestic stallion of a deck for you. The hero, Ryu using Metsu Shoryuken, which is just 12 AP to give a unit combo. So why are we using this instead of the much more powerful alternative? Because there's no fun in that. D-Line is there for MP boost and its high health. Neon Tiger, Pyron, and Crow are your damage dealers. You make them stronger with buffing actions like True Faith, Psycho Power, and Heartless Experiment. This deck also works well with State of Nothingness, but if you don't have it, substitute another buff of your choosing. Hatred Reborn will bring back your units if they die. This is especially valuable on your flyers. Wall Jump, Disarm, and Evasive Action are to stop enemy threats. And Reckless Charge is there to close out games with big bursts of damage. First up is Rathalos, and one thing I want to make sure you understand is that these two decks play very similarly. The big difference is you are going to be at an MP deficit almost the entire game, and you're going to need to play very aggressively in order to get ahead of them. A lot of what this deck does really well is closing out games really early. The longer a game goes with this deck, the further you are going to start to fall behind. So what you'll notice is we've thrown out Crow and Pyron, and he's got a Mikhail Victor out there, and he's going to start building up with a sense of duty. So when we get free actions from active response, generally you're going to use them in most situations because of that MP deficit, and you want to get as many boosts out there as you can to build up your threats so you have plenty of options to give combo to when that activates here at this point in the game in just 4 AP. So right now I'm spreading things out and put a little bit of a boost on the Crow and a little bit of boost on the Pyron, so he's going to have to make some decisions. So Mikhail and the Crow are going to trade here shortly, but we have 2 Hatred Reborns in our hand, so we're not super worried about anything dying at this point. And now we've got Metsu Shoryuken on deck. We're waiting to see what he's going to do. He throws an Iris down, and we're going to use this opportunity to use Hatred Reborn to burn through a little bit of our MP. And then he is going to, in response, he's going to throw out an ammo, and we are going to use that opportunity to play another Heartless Experiment. So we boosted this Pyron pretty decently, so he's going to be a great target for Metsu Shoryuken, as you're going to see here. So we give him combo. He's going to knock 10 points off of this Rathalos. Neon Tiger is actually going to get rid of the shield for this Iris. So we're in really good shape now, and we're actually going to close this out with a Reckless Charge because, as you will see, he has no answers to that. So like I mentioned before, this deck closes out games very quickly. The longer a match goes, the further behind you're going to get. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that Megaman X is in a rough place right now, but he can still be very threatening. One of the main reasons we have evasive maneuvers and disarm in this deck are to stop big green threats that can kind of get out of control. So we see he's running Heart Tank. We throw out Neon Tiger first because he is our only creature. And now we are going to start to cycle cards because we need more, I said creatures, but we need more units. We get one in Pyron. So we boost up this Neon Tiger a little bit, and then he seals it, which ultimately is fine. Neon Tiger's effect is really cool, but it's not essential for the win condition that we're going for. So out comes the Agility Explorer up top, and then a Wall Jump to try and trade a little more effectively with this Neon Tiger. But since we get free MP, we're going to use a Wall Jump as well. He uses Beast Power, which not super worried about because ultimately the trade will still be for the most part in our favor. So now we're just waiting. We're going to get that second Pyron out on the field, give us a much more solid target to boost onto, and have something to target with Metsu Shoryuken for combo. So as you will see here, the Pyron comes out, and then we've got another Neon Tiger, so our board is full. 2 Reckless Charge in hand is not great, but we do have options there. We have Disarm for Seal, and Metsu is on deck. We don't really have any great options for this, but since we already have the points, I'm going to throw it on the Neon Tiger so he can start chewing through some life points. And then out comes this unit in the middle. I do not remember its name. But I know that it gives an Explore spillover, and so he throws the agility on there. I use Reckless Charge because I'm trying to cycle cards here and deal just a little bit of damage. Then he throws the spillover out. Now the reason I'm not disarming now is because I want all these effects to go off first before I attempt to seal, as you'll see that I just did right there. So the seal is going to come out on this unit, so the stats are still there, but the devastating effects that come with it are not. So we use the free MP for another Heartless Experiment to boost up this Neon Tiger just a little bit more. And you'll see he heals for a decent amount there because he knows that all I have to do is throw out some kind of creature in the middle and block. And as you'll see as this match progresses, I'm actually going to continue to do that, to throw creatures in the middle with Hatred Reborn. So Feline goes out top for a little bit of MP boost. The Pyron goes away, but that is okay because we have plenty of options to fill that lane. And what we're going to do is we're going to use State of Nothingness on this Feline to make him a bigger threat. We want to spread our threats out here because we have the opportunity to close out this match as long as we protect our middle lane, which you will see we actually don't really need to do because we have Reckless Charge. So we activate Reckless Charge on the Feline, but he comes back out with Paradox for big heals. So then we actually do need to activate the Hatred Reborn to put something in the middle to sponge up that damage. But all in all, we're still in really good shape. We've got great board advantage here. We've got a Metsu Shoryuken on deck, which is going to be great for our Feline up top. So we're doing really, really well. And as you will see, the Metsu Shoryuken comes out onto the Feline and is going to close this game out for a solid 12 damage. So we didn't really let the green units get out of control. We maintained our early board lead and we closed that one out. Chun-Li can seem really scary, and I know that's unusual because on the tier list I put Chun-Li pretty far down there, but the big thing, especially Chun-Li with Yawn, is they're going to have so much more MP than you for resources, so you've got to play this carefully. Feline comes out for the MP boost, and it's the only unit we have. Up comes the layer on top for them, and now we need to cycle cards, so we throw out True Faith to boost this Feline a little bit, and we get a Neon Tiger, which is great because we don't ever want to be left in a position without units because then we're bricked and there's not much we can do. So we're going to be looking to play the Neon Tiger next. He seals the Feline, which is okay. It kind of sucks to lose the MP boost, but at the end of the day, he could have found a better target to seal after we gave something combo. So Neon Tiger comes out. We're going to be looking to cycle some more cards, get some more units. So we're going to throw Psycho Power on this Neon Tiger. We're going to make him a threat. And then out comes the Disarm, which is okay. And we will use the free MP to use our Disarm to at least get rid of a little bit of the MP boost he has. Because as you can see, he's got a Yawn on deck and he's going to start to get a lot of MP advantage and potentially run away with this. So we need to start making some ground. So Metsu Shoryuken on the Neon Tiger. He doesn't have his extra effect, which is unfortunate, but we needed a little bit of stopping power. Out comes Iris on the bottom, more MP gain for him, but he hasn't really done anything with all of that extra MP, which is good for us. So Psycho Power goes out in the middle. We're going to beef up this Neon Tiger a little bit more because he's already burned through one of his seals. We haven't seen an evasive action from him yet. That's kind of what we're waiting on. So I want this Feline to live a little longer. I don't want it to die within the first swing of that Iris. I want to at least get some value out of that trade. So out comes Heavenly Kicks Chun-Li, which is a threat. Despite the large size of our Neon Tiger, Heavenly Kicks Chun-Li is a threat. So he throws a shield on Heavenly Kicks Chun-Li. We're going to use the opportunity for the free MP Hatred Reborn, gets us a Feline back, which is actually not bad. And then as you will see, Yawn comes out on the Heavenly Kicks Chun-Li for that extra MP whenever it gets destroyed. But luckily for us, we have Reckless Charge on deck, which, if you remember, this Neon Tiger also has combo, and that's enough to close out this match. So again, you want to gain advantage early on, and you want to explode. You want to completely snowball out of control and you want to gain advantage, you want to hold on to it. Hey guys, I know this deck guide looks a little bit different in terms of the intro, but I really wanted to push myself editing wise. I got inspired by some other creations I saw on YouTube recently, and I wanted to push myself. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to do next. The meta is getting ready to change. We're going to have tons and tons of new stuff. So I'll have a new deck guide for you coming out soon as we have all those fantastic new cards. Take care. I'll see you next time.